Hello everyone, welcome to Techies on Wheel. Today we will cover common queries related to RPA. So without wasting time, let's get started. The very first question generic people have that what is RPA and how does it work? So RPA is just like instructing a machine to execute mundane and repetitive manual tasks across the applications and system. The other question is that what is RPA system and what is RPA used for? So when I say what is RPA system, it is just like a software that helps you to automate the process and help enhance the workforce by interacting with desktop or web applications, databases, multiple systems. Nothing is to be directly interacted. It's about calling it to the RPA tool. You're not writing directly code onto it. You are just using the RPA tool, and that is the RPA system here. What it is used for? It is used to automate the process. The next question, generic question, what people have is that whether RPA requires coding or not. This is a bit tricky. I would say no, it doesn't actually require code for the development purpose. Generic, why I'm saying that is that most of the RPA tools provides you drop-in, drag and drop functionalities. You can just leverage the functions and indeed the task and the activity, you can perform it just by using drag and drop functionalities of the RPA tool. So in generic, hardcore development coding is not required. However, when I'm saying that, the other option which RPA tool provides is to record the task on your system and then just play it through. So how does it work? It's just like whenever you are performing a task on your system, you can start the recording from your RPA application and just perform your entire task. Once your entire task is complete, stop the recording and your script will be available in background itself. You can just play it, run it whenever required, and the task will be performed. But there is a trick. The trick is that more complex your scenarios get, you have to modify, you will have to modify that script in background. There can be websites which are dynamic, right? So in that scenario, you'll have to make the code a bit dynamic as well. In that scenario, some bit of logical thinking and previous scripting or coding knowledge is of course a plus. So at the initial level, if you are just writing a code, indeed, if you are doing an automation of a small project, generic coding is not required, but with the complexity, this is of course a win-win to know coding and scripting language. Next question is where all we can implement RPA. So with diverse RPA utilization, few areas where RPA can easily be implemented is your day-to-day activity. You can just figure out what are the repetitive tasks and you can automate it straight through. Apart from it, in the medical organizations uses RPA to handle for the customer support, handling patients' record, and for reporting and analytics purpose. Also, most commonly used use cases in HR reason as well, where HR process for onboarding and offboarding are automated. Along with updating employees' info and timesheet submissions are the few common implementations of RPA in HR reason. Third is banking and insurance. So banking and insurance generic use RPA most commonly for customer onboarding, payment schedule automation, and FNOL, that is first notice of loss. There are multiple n number of use cases along with various various fields. It is just a generic thumb rule is that you have to identify whether that process is feasible for automation or not through the thumb rules, and there you go. Next question is that is RPA a good career? People think that it's a dead-end career. So the answer is no. RPA is absolutely a good career. Why I'm saying that is that as per the survey, only 90% of the task, even not 90% of the task is yet automated. There is a long way to go for the entire industry to be automated. And with the growing, I would say, popularity of RPA, of course, RPA is a good career and it's of course not a dead end for now. The next question is that is RPA good for freshers? So this is generic question what freshers usually have in their mind. So yes, of course, RPA is a very good career to get started with. It's high in demand throughout around the world. And also good RPA developer salary is significantly high. So of course, RPA can be a good option for freshers to get started with. Next question is which RPA tool is easy? And this is a question which comes generic from the developer who wants to get started with RPA. So as per my observations and my experience, I would say that whichever RPA tool you choose and get started with is a good, it will eventually turn into an easy RPA tool. However, to get started with, you can get started with Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, UiPath, or any of the industry leading tools. Why I'm saying that? That of course, along with your study, you can leverage it going forward. And from your career perspective, most of the industry uses these leading tools. So you can get started with any of these tools. Next question is RPA free? So the answer is a bit dicey. Yes, there are many free or open source tools like Tag UI, Robot Framework, Foundation, Robocop, etc. You can leverage these platforms. However, for the industry leading tools like Automation Anywhere, Blue Prism, or UiPath, these are not the free editions. We have the community editions for these tools. And from the learning perspective, one can utilize this edition. Next question is Python used in RPA? So yes, Python is a scripting language. However, it's not an RPA tool. It is definitely used to automate a process in generic. And the major reason around is that the license cost of the RPA tools are pretty much high. Considering that, people do leverage Python for the automation of the process. Next question is, where can I study RPA from? So again, there are several online courses nowadays available for the RPA, or whichever tool you want to go ahead with. You have several YouTube videos available from the RPA community members. There are many YouTube channels that has been started. And also there are many online learning portals like LinkedIn, Coursera, Udemy. Along with that, itself Automation Anywhere, UiPath, Blue Prism, these are the few tools which itself provide a learning portal for the basic development level knowledge gain purpose. So that all these can be leveraged for your RPA knowledge. Saying that, what we'll be covering next in the session is that we'll be looking around what are different types of automations, and we'll get started with the actual automation sessions. Hope this is helpful. Stay healthy, stay safe, keep learning and keep growing. Thank you, everyone.